Hey, what's up everybody? So there are so many different options for mobile tree stands these days, and I just kind of want to give you guys an overview on the tree stands I have used and just kind of give you an idea of what might work best for you depending on your hunting style and your current situation. So we're going to be looking at the Lonewolf sit and climb, which is a climber style tree stand. We're going to be looking at the Lonewolf alpha2 with the Lonewolf climbing sticks. And then we're going to be looking at the Tethrd Phantom saddle. That's going to be paired up with the Predator XL and a Shia 1 stick. So check it out. I'm going to be showing you guys what these tree stands are capable of and what might work best for you. So let's first take a look at the Lonewolf sit and climb. This is a climber style tree stand. So pretty much it has two parts, the top and bottom section. This model is particularly nice just because it's really simple to get up the tree. Alright, so the climbers will have a backpack strap attached to the lower platform. So once you get to the tree, you can just go ahead and take it apart and hook it onto the tree. Alright, so this model, you have to just open it up with these screws. And they'll extend like that. Tighten it up, extend like that, tighten it up. And this is the top section. And you'll need to unhook the strap, wrap it around the tree, and push it back through. All right, that one's good to go. I'll do the same thing with the bottom. As you can see, there's a cord holding the top and bottom section. There's nothing worse than climbing up and losing your bottom section to the ground. So go ahead and strap in the bottom platform. All right, now that's set up and now it's ready to climb. I like to usually step over the bar instead of under it. So go ahead, step on, put your feet through here. And this is where the sit and climb is real nice. It's nice and easy to climb the tree. So move the top section up as far as you can. Sit. And then grab the bottom section. And then stand. And repeat. Once you're at hunting height, set it. And you're ready to go. That's a climber style tree stand. When you're going down, it's just the reverse. This is where it can get tricky when you're going down, especially if it's winter time and you got real big boots. It's hard to get this bottom part down. So one of the reasons this is super nice is because it's super simple to set up. There's not a lot of moving parts. It's really easy to get up the tree. But with this type of tree stands, it's limited to only really straight trees. It's really difficult to get these sections around limbs. Now when it comes to weight, it weighs 20 pounds without any of the added material. So one of the main reasons the climbers are so nice is because they're really comfortable, especially this one with the extra butt cushion. Those all-day sits are real easy to make it out in this climbing style tree stand. But with that being said, if you're a compound hunter, it's quite difficult to make that shot when you're sitting down. You just never know when that deer is going to show up. It might catch you sitting down and it comes on a weak side and you stand up, the deer's going to spook. But if you're a crossbow or a gun hunter, this is the perfect setup for you. Alright, so moving on to the Lonewolf alpha2 hang-on tree stand. These are very similar to the climber styles, except it can climb about any tree you can think of. No matter how many limbs there are or how crooked the tree is, you should be able to climb it with these hang-on styles. So with these hang-on styles, you gotta have some sort of climbing method. For this example, it will be the climbing sticks. So you're gonna have to set up each individual stick, and then when you get to the top, you gotta set up the tree stand. That's one of the things that I don't like about this is there's a lot of moving parts, and that heavier platform and seat is a little bit tougher to hook onto that tree. So for this one, you're gonna have to set up the sticks before you get the hang on there. There's a lot of different sticks in the market, but this is the Lonewolf sticks. Everybody has their own ways of carrying everything up there. Some people have little straps, some people do one by one, but I'm just gonna show you one stick. Put the climbing sticks on, put the strap around, come back and hook onto the Versa button. Pull the strap tight, and then cam it down, and then you're ready to climb. I don't have my harness on right now, but it'll be a good idea to wear that while you're climbing up. And for filming purposes, I'm gonna actually just set up the stand at ground level. So this is where it can get a little tricky. If you could just imagine yourself up in the tree, 20 feet up in the air, you gotta hang this 12-pound piece of metal here. But anyways, it's pretty much very similar to climbing sticks. You just gotta wrap it around the tree and come back to the Versa buttons. All right, pull the straps tight. And then this is when you cam it down, so you lock it in. There you go, and here's the seat. Depending on how crooked your tree is, there are a knob down here to kind of adjust the seat and what angle it's gonna sit at. Unlike the sit and climb, you got all the space to your left and right, so it's easier to rotate compared to the other one. And you can stand and put the seat up and just stand against the tree. So this one is probably more ideal for the compound bow hunters. But with that being said, you have a lot smaller seat. It's not going to be as comfortable as that big cushion on that sit and climb. And overall, this whole setup comes in about 21 pounds. So it's not too far off from the climber style tree stands. It just gives you the versatility and the option to climb just about any single tree you can think of. Now moving on to the saddle. This is kind of old, kind of new, and really popular right now because it's so light and so mobile. But a saddle will require the saddle harness, it will require a platform, and some sort of climbing method. You can kind of stick with the climbing sticks like the Lonewolf, but what I've been using has been the one stick method, where you kind of hang there and move the stick up as you're climbing up the tree. Now moving on to the saddle, pretty much you could carry this or wear it into the woods. So pretty much go ahead, slip your legs through there. This is your tree harness. So this is your bridge. This is where your tether is going to be hanging from. So the climbing method I use is a one stick climbing method. I'll do a video on how to do that on a separate video. But anyways, go ahead, put the stick up. Got my aiders there. Have this nice cam cleat where you just slip it in and clamp it down and you're good to go. You're good to climb. Just like that. For easy filming purposes, I'm just gonna set it up on the bottom here. So once you get up to the hunting height, you can go ahead and set up your platform. This is the Predator XL. So again, this is pretty much a mini version of the hang-on. Same thing, tighten it, push it down, and then cam it. While you're climbing up, you're probably gonna need your alignment belt. This kind of helps you hold you against the tree. If you're using sticks, this will help you climb the tree, but with my one stick method, I'll have a tether on me the whole time climbing up. So here's my tether. It goes around the tree. And gets hooked back up. And I have this little stopper here to prevent it from sliding down. Since I am one sticking, I have my Mad Rock safeguard and just run that through. And come back and hook into your bridge. And once this is tight, you can get rid of your lineman's belt. And then you're ready to hunt. The nice thing about a saddle is you can pretty much shoot every single angle. You go all the way around. And the nice thing about one sticking is when you're going down, it's real fast. You can rappel down. Pretty much you just let the line out and you go down. Now the one thing is that the saddle, it's pretty comfortable. I've done long sits with it before, but I do notice I move a lot more when I'm in the saddle because you're always switching position to account for the comfort. You will notice you're gonna get more foot fatigue and you're gonna get more pains in your butt and in your sides. Now another thing that I really like about the Phantom saddle is you're always in ready position to shoot a compound bow. And the other thing that's super nice about it is typically your setup, you're gonna be set up behind the tree from where the deer will be coming out of. So you can be really hidden with the saddle setup. All right, now that we have a little bit of an idea of these different styles of tree stands, there might be some certain situations or styles that you hunt that might sway you to choose one over the other. So for one example, if you're a crossbow hunter, I definitely recommend the hang-on or the climber style, just because when you're in a saddle, you got to worry about your limbs hitting the tree, but also it's a lot more comfortable, especially with the Lonewolf. You have a seat that you can sit on. You don't necessarily need to stand to take that compound bow shot. So it's kind of nice having that extra comfort. Another thing is that maybe you are an older person or you struggle physically. I definitely recommend the sit and climb because it is super easy to climb a tree compared to using these sticks and setting them up. And also one of the things I like to climb a little better is there's not a lot of moving parts. So when you're packing up or getting ready to go up that tree, it's just a few easy moves and you're ready up that tree compared to having to pack out and unravel all the sticks. Now another thing about the climber and the hang-on is they will require a tree harness, while on the other hand the saddle is your tree harness. So that might be another option or another thing to consider when deciding on a tree stand. Also, another thing you might want to consider is the price. The climbers and the hang-ons tend to be a little bit cheaper than the saddle. They might come from anywhere from 400 to 500 range, and that's for the nicer Lonewolf models. But for a saddle, it's going to be $500 or more, depending on what saddle you pick, depending on what platform you go with, and depending on what sticks you get. It's going to be roughly over 500, if not more. Overall, I don't think you can make a bad choice when picking any of these tree stands, but if I had to pick one, it's definitely going to be the saddle. It's super lightweight, it's comfortable. I can climb just about any tree and I can just shoot all the way around the tree. And you know what? It's super compact, and I don't know how many miles I've walked with that thing on, and there's been plenty of times where I'm just searching for sign and I don't even end up climbing the tree. So my number one pick would be the saddle. Well, I hope this video has helped you understand the different types of tree stands available to you, and hopefully it helps you decide on what tree stand might work best for your hunting style. But if you do have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to help. And make sure you stay tuned to the channel. I will be doing more videos on more in depth on these specific models. But anyways, I hope you guys all have a good hunting season, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you guys haven't yet, please hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys.